So I want to talk a little bit about Hades 2. Now, I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not playing on PC, although there is what seems to be cross-save, which is super sick, so I'll keep that in mind. But I'm playing on the Switch 2 because I find I have more time to handheld game, or it's at least more convenient for me, yada yada. But that's not what I'm really here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is, can you play this game if you've not played the first one? Well, let me answer that question with, I'm kind of doing that right now. I've never played the first one. I don't know the story of the first one. I'm putting together these pieces. The story of this game is, you know, these aren't spoilers. This is just what you learn. You play as Melanoe, Melons. You are the immortal daughter of Hades, and you're on this little baby journey to take down Kronos, who is the god of time. He has done something bad to your family. I think, from what I'm gathering, I'm not looking this up because I just want to put it together. It's just fun at this point. I think he like kidnapped your parents and your brother. And I think you were the brother in the first game. I don't know. But again, you don't really need to play it. I mean, apparently, and I could see this, it would be better to have played the first game beforehand. So you're familiar with the characters and you kind of understand the story and the world and the lore and whatnot. But you don't need to play the first game to enjoy this one. It's a dungeon crawler, roguelike. It is so fun. I love the art style. I wasn't sure how this style of gameplay was going to resonate with me, or how I was gonna, you know, like it, I guess. This like kind of isometric top-down pseudo look that you got going on, but I really like it. I love when you talk to somebody, they fully pop up, like the full art of them, and you get to kind of hear it. The voice acting's great. The music is solid. I love the little elements here. The key thing here is you pick up these little boons from gods of Olympus to help you on your journey. You go deeper and deeper on your dungeon run, and you can go further and further. You can't really save if you die, quote unquote. You don't really die, I guess, because you're immortal, and you get sent back to the beginning essentially, but you get to keep a lot of the things that you gathered. Not a lot, but a good amount of the key ones. Not the boons necessarily, but certain items and certain equipment, which make each run progressively a little easier, at least in the beginning. So say you run through the first and then the second world, or let's say you run through the first world, you struggle, you die, you come back, you run through it, you beat it. Then you get into halfway through the second world, but then you die. You have to start from the very beginning, but because you made it through the first world and you picked up a couple things here and there, you're gonna have an easier time going through the first world again. And then each run's a little different in the sense that even though you might have gotten set back to like the beginning, characters pop up with different dialogue and different things, so you learn more about the story and things are changing as you're playing. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. And I gotta say, handheld on the Switch 2, it's 1080p, 60 FPS. It is butter, absolutely butter. I will say this, the motion, or not the motion blur, but the ghosting blur on the Switch 2 handheld is definitely noticeable, especially coming off of other devices. If I'm on my PC or if I'm on Xbox or PlayStation and I go, or even dock Switch and I go play handheld, I notice it, but I get used to it very fast. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying, as someone who gets motion sick very easily, I do get used to it. It doesn't make me sick. So that's great. I played for 4 hours yesterday handheld and that was totally chill. Not the best thing in the world to do so late at night. Got off at like 2 a.m., but I got hooked. I knew that if I started playing at 9 o'clock or whatever, I'd be like, you're not gonna hop off until you're gonna get addicted. I was like, nah, you know, I'll put it down after a couple hours. I'll just get my feet wet. That was the biggest lie of all time, and I knew it. Anyway, yeah, you don't need to play the first one. At least I don't think. I mean, it would be great to do so. A buddy of mine reached out, Marco. He texted me and he said, hey, I think Hades 2 would be up your alley, and you probably haven't played Hades 1. I don't think you've talked about it. If you haven't, it's on Game Pass, or it's like $3 or something on the Switch. So great deal. But that, I heard, is pretty brutal on the Switch because it's just not as, you know, the performance isn't as good as far as I'm aware. So I would probably play that version on PC. I have Game Pass, so I'd probably play it there. But I'm really eager to test out this cross-save functionality. I don't think Hades 2 is on Game Pass. I think it's just the first one. So I'd have to buy it on Steam. You can link it to Steam or to Epic Games Store. Please use Steam. Epic Games is, no, don't use that. But I'll probably buy it again if I want to test this, maybe. But I kind of jumped the gun. This physical version of this game isn't out yet. I wanted to get it from my collection for the Switch 2, but it comes out in November. This staggered release strategy seems to be a way to drive up sales. If I had to guess, it's because the people who really, really want to play it aren't going to wait. They'll buy it you know, in the beginning. And for the people who are too eager to wait, right? They want to play it immediately. That means they're probably pretty, you know, feverish about their support of this game, and they're going to buy it again when it comes out in November anyways, which is probably going to be my undoing. I'll be doing that for my little Switch 2 game collection. But either way, yes, really enjoying it. If you've never played a game like this, like a roguelike, it's going to be interesting. But here's the thing. Roguelikes aren't scary. They're very easy to pick up on and very intuitive. And that's one of the biggest appeals of a roguelike in itself. I mean, listen, you might not like it, but you're definitely going to understand it easily. And the tutorial is very nice in the beginning. Very easy to play handheld too, with not many buttons. And man, I don't know. It's just been a pleasure to play. I have to say. I haven't played it on PC, but from my two experiences with two different games recently, where I tried a Switch 2 version of a game, handheld and docked, and then tried a PC Steam equivalent of it. The two examples being Silk Song for Switch 2 and PC, and now Hades. I'm going to try the PC version. My previous experience, I have to say, Silk Song, obviously, it looks better on PC. It's going to. You have more, you know, you got 4K unlimited FPS, basically, right? 240 or whatever it is. But you get 120 docked, I think it is, for the Switch 2. I think it's 4K with HDR, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can get 4K. I know this. It's 1080p, 60 FPS handheld, and it is buttery. But that's not we're not talking about Silk Song here. That game, I'll talk about Silk Song at some other point. I'm working on that too. I have a lot to say about that game. But for now, Hades 2. What will I say here about recommendation? Should you get it now? It's $30. Great deal. I mean, for a fantastic game. Should you get it now, or should you wait for the physical? You know, is it worth it as a first-time player? I'll say this. If you've never played Hades 1, you can jump into this and you'll be fine. And then you can go back and play Hades 1 when you want to. Is it better on the Switch 2 or the PC? That I can't tell you yet. I haven't tried it for the PC, but it's fantastic for the Switch 2. So I can only imagine it's better on PC, if not the damn same. It's probably going to be better, obviously. And the other thing is, if you've never played roguelikes, this is going to be something you want to play for sure. Give it a shot. You know what? If you're on PC, you don't know, get it on Steam, try it for a few hours, and refund it if that's what you want to do. But I think you're going to like it. I really do. So yeah, I just want to talk about this real quick. I mean, the visuals, man, I can't. The visuals and the music, I have it in my head right now. I'm gonna go play some more. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, peace.